Hello everybody, it is me, Pet297, and this is a tutorial for Mario Builder. In this tutorial I will show you how to edit tilesets in a way so that you can open them in Mario Builder and how to actually add them to Mario Builder. When you download Mario Builder, at least in the newer copies, there is a default tileset in the upload files. It's called Forest Tiles. You might have seen this tileset before, or you may have not. But there is one important thing about the tileset. It can be imported into Mario Builder. We will be doing all of the editing in MS Paint, which should be installed on your Windows computer. As you can see, if I double click on an image, it opens it in an image viewer. If you want to open it in MS Paint, you right click, select Open With, and select Paint. As you can see, we are in Paint, and this is the tileset. Now, what does this tileset do right? Why this tileset can be imported in Mario Builder? Well, the tiles are aligned in a 16 by 16 grid. If I draw a 16 by 16 square, and draw another one here, for example, and I carry on this process, then you will see that all tiles are inside a square. This is how it looks like if you add more squares. As you can see, for example, this sign is made out of 4 tiles, but it's still aligned in the 16 by 16 grid. Now I will show you another example. Do you see this tileset I downloaded from the internet? Guess what happens if I try to mark the 16 by 16 grid here? Well, if I start marking the 16 by 16 grid here, this is what I get. As you can see, the tiles are not aligned with the grid. If I try to open this in Mario Builder, then it will look wrong. So what do we have to do to open this tileset in Mario Builder? Well, we can edit the tiles. Now I will show you how to edit the tilesets. So, in the description of the video there should be a link to this grid. Let's open it in Paint. This is a 16 by 16 grid and we will use it to make our tileset. To make the tileset for Mario Builder, first we will copy this grid. So, press Ctrl C and Ctrl V and rename this file to the name of the tileset. I will just call it my tileset. Now open the tileset you downloaded from internet in Paint. Use Ctrl A to select all pixels and Ctrl C to copy all pixels. Now close this, close the Paint, and open my tileset in Paint again. So first let's create some space to work in. So let's make the image bigger by grabbing the bottom right corner and use Ctrl V to paste the pixels you copied earlier. To make the tileset for Mario Builder, we will move the tiles from here, to this grid. So first I will show you some basic navigation in Paint. First you can zoom in using the magnifier tool. By pressing left click you zoom in, by pressing right click you zoom out. So that's one thing. And another thing, we will use this selection tool a lot. So pick the selection tool and try marking a tile. If you did it right, these numbers here should be saying 16 by 16 pixels. So now we can move the tile to the tileset here. Make sure you place it in one of the spaces exactly, like this. Let's try moving another tile. Again, mark a tile, make sure it's saying 16 by 16 and move it here. As you can see, this could be tedious to move all the tiles slowly like this. To make it a bit faster, you can try something like this, where you mark multiple tiles and move them closer together. Keep repeating this. And now we did it horizontally do the same thing vertically, so move the tiles together. You must be careful. Let's say you made a mistake, you moved it wrongly. If you did a mistake, use the undo button and you can try moving it again. And now you can move all of this into the grid. Now notice that instead of 16 by 16 it's 64 by 64 because we have a lot more tiles. Again, make sure they are aligned with the grid when you are placing them. I will place them here as in the original tile set. And repeat this for all tiles that you want. You don't have to move all tiles, just all the ones you want. So in this example I will get all of these brown tiles, but I will ignore the other tiles. Now that we are done moving all tiles, let's finish the tileset for Mario Builder. Also, if you use the tilesets, sometimes the people who made the tilesets will want you to credit them. So if you make a game using this tileset, just make sure you credit this person. So to finish the tileset, just shrink the image as much as you can without removing any of the tiles. If you make a mistake, remember you can use undo. Now that you are done shrinking, there is still one thing you should do. Determine what the background color is of the images. So select this color picker tool and select a pixel that is part of the background. It's this blue color. Now increase the size of the image slightly and then fill this in with the color you just picked. This tells Mario Builder that this is the color of the background. Also you can remove these parts of the grid, and this is the finished tileset. So now to use a tileset in Mario Builder, go to where your Mario Builder is installed and go into the upload files directory. Copy or move this tileset you just created into the directory. Now let's open Mario Builder and see what happens. So I will show the tileset in the sandbox level. Let's place Mario so we can test the level. And let's place some tiles that aren't imported so that we have something to stand on. Now let's import the tile set. Close to where Mario is in the selection there should be invisible blocks and upload tiles. We will use these two things to use custom tiles. So first go to upload tiles. You can upload up to 20 tile sets. And go to the first one and select add. Go to upload files and use the my tileset that you just created. Now we can place blocks from the tiles. For example, let's do something like this. If you do something like this, then there is still one problem. Mario can't stand on these tiles. If you want Mario to stand on these tiles, go to invisible blocks and select this invisible solid block and place it over all of these blocks. Now here is the slope tile. So to work with slopes, just use the invisible sloped tiles, like this. So let's see if it works. As you can see, we can stand on these tiles. The slope behaves as it should. You can even slide on it. Now you don't have to place the solid tiles everywhere. You can delete the inside because normally there is no way for Mario to get here. So if you place a lot of these custom tiles in a formation, you can leave the inside without the invisible block. All you need is invisible blocks on the sides. So let's see if it still works. As you can see, it still works. Now you can upload more than one tile set. So use arrow keys and add, for example, these forest tiles, which are part of Mario Builder by default, and you can place these tiles too. I will show you different types of invisible walls. We want to place invisible blocks so that Mario can stand here, and also jump from here to here. To do this, you use this semi-solid invisible block. Place it over these tiles. Let's see how it works. It works like this. There is more. Let's say you want to make a slippery tile, as in ice block. I will use this white thing for example. So let's build something here. And let's use this slip invisible block. That makes this behave like an ice. Like ice. I wasn't holding right. There are other types of invisible blocks. There is a climb block. For example, if you make custom vines. There is swim block if you make a custom texture for water or other liquid. There is scale. This is, for example, if you make something like lava or poison or something like that. And there is harm block. I will show you how the harm works. Let's use this red plant as a harming plant. Basically, it is like an enemy. You will lose a power up, then be invincible for a while, and then it will kill you next time you go into it. Well, and this is basics of how to import tiles to Mario Builder and how to use them. I hope this tutorial helped, and if you need any more help, you can request a tutorial. Or check out my other tutorials if what you want is already covered by some of them. So thank you for watching and goodbye.